I have a little more melody than I've chosen before, just a little.
Little, just a
Yeah.
little.
But you gotta, I've chosen funk. You know, I think George Clinton rubbed off on us. We did tweaking with George Clinton, hung out with George Clinton a couple of times, and like I said, we developed a brand new music. It's called PE funk. It's P funk with a little bit of the enemy in it.
You have a very special message you want to bring across to people. Wouldn't it have been more...
To write a book.
No, maybe.
I was trying to give it.
No, but to write more melodic songs so they could get in the top 10 and your message could get across to many more people.
I don't like that.
No?
I'm a hip-hop rap follower. I don't like the other music. I don't even do what I like. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of Sly and Family Stone and Stax and Soul and stuff like that. If, like crossover, they got to cross over to me. I ain't crossing over just because it make them listen to it, They got to like the stuff that I make. Melody, pop music is like, it's processed, you know what I'm saying? Anybody could do it, I think. But I don't think that's the way to go if you're in rap. Like with Salt and Pepper, they did Twist and Shout. They didn't have to do that. But I had nothing against it. I said, they want to try to make a rap version of it. If the popular audience or the majority don't understand where you're coming from, you just keep doing what you're doing. They'll come around because it's always new.
On Anti-Nigger Machine, you have a line where you say, "My mama raised me mad." Can you tell something about how you were raised?
I was raised nice, but my mom's also told me, life is not a banana split. Everything's not nice like this. Yeah. Everything's not nice and glorious like this. So she told me the real deal. My mom's raised me right.
What was the real deal?
The real deal is like that you're going to get your best education from here at the home. And schools are not going to always teach you what it takes to exist in a system but be black at the same time. A lot of things. And, the world out there is controlled by people that, don't basically care for the world's benefit. Don't care about money and power. Because my mom's told me that. She said, just be able to look out for this. And my father, too. My mother and father always taught me to be responsible. They said, don't let it bother you so much, just do something about it. Be responsible, respect your fellow human being, and try to tell people what's right and try not to do wrong. It was a systematic breakdown of older brothers in our community, about 77, 78. And what we had to do, we was young ourselves, we would look for guidance. A lot of brothers would go to the army. They would go to jail, get caught up in the systematic rule. So when you looked for a role model, there was none, so you had to be one.
This was in which part of New York?
Long Island.
At some point you became a DJ, right? You were a DJ at the radio station.
In the 80s. Myself, Flavor Flav, Hank Shockley, Bill Stephanie. Like I said, we was role models in our community and we always played the rap music people wanted to hear. So I was in college and our college station wasn't really being utilized, so we decided to play our music on the radio station and let people know that we was playing rap, and it just took off. Run DMC came from our community. We gave them their first interview.
Oh, really?
You name it, Fat Boys, LL Cool J. That was our community. And when they took their sound on records and took it around the world, they always had a bass to say. The bass was our radio station. So how I got caught up in recording, I used to do tapes for the radio station to promote the radio station, and they would carry the tapes around, and the tapes trickled to Russell Simmons and Rick Rubin. And when the Def Jam deal came on CBS, after the Beastie Boys was signed, I was the one they wanted to recruit. I was like, nah, I didn't like records because early in records, a lot of guys that got exploited.
Yeah, so?
So I didn't trust it because I kept telling Rick Rubin no.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't want to do no records. You know, to me at that particular time, I was like, radio's the thing, because radio, you're always going to be here. You see them all come and go. I love rap, and I'd rather just be a jock. But the radio thing never took off. It was heavy politics. So we never got to be hook up that radio thing. So finally in 1986, Bill Stephanie and Rick Rubin, we all sat down and, you know, and Rick said, well, why don't you try it out, you know? You always go back to the radio thing. He basically made an offer I couldn't refuse at the time.
Yeah.
I said, well, here we go, let's try it. Let's try to do what we did in our radio station and make it a worldwide thing. And that's being responsible for our community and expanding it. Yeah, well, 1986, when we started, the attitude was really weak. It was like, I got a gold chain, I got a car. You know, if you mess around with my stuff, I'll shoot you, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's about me and me. And we just came along and said, well, that gold chain doesn't mean anything. The car don't mean anything. It's about you, but it's about all of us together, because in the long run, in order for you to do good, you have to be together and work as a team and build some kind of network and understand what you're caught up in order to get what you want. Mm-hmm. And that's basically how we turned that whole thing around. You know, not turning people off at the same time.
But aren't you amazed sometimes when you look back at what you have caused? I mean...
No, you can't be amazed, because as many great people as been in the text of time, this is just a small thing.
Okay, but still, now even there's bands in Holland, you know, rap groups in Holland, they talk about Malcolm X now, and they're really into...
You have to reach this, still far from the objective, and the objective is so we can be a network, so we can exist as a total human family, and everybody have a respect for each other. That's a glaring error, 250 years of free labor slavery, and that's going to, you know, we as black people can't ignore it. I can't look in my family line past 1910 and see, you know, who was in my family.
Yeah.
And most black people are like that. And even black people here in Holland can't even look back into their family line in Suriname, you know, because of slavery. And government, or the people that went along with the government, is responsible. Mm. So if they're going to charge people today,
yeah,
you know, let's then play fair. You know what I'm saying? Pay us.
Yeah, but that's a very complicated thing, of course. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to say black people don't pay tax anymore? Or
something has to happen. Something.
Yeah.
It's only fair. It's only right. Something has to happen. For example, our people worked the United States,
yeah,
and helped build it, and today don't own anything.
Yeah.
Complicated as it might be, something has to happen, because what's going to happen is frustration and anger, because it's going to create havoc amongst the have-nots. Like me, I'm not God. I can't, you know, enforce a lot of these changes, but I could at least talk about how they're messed up. I can't be silent on that issue.